Hey, this is Anonymous T. Welcome to the Anonymous T podcast. This is my backup channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is my other channel in protection of my main channel, Anonymous T. So you'll see some content filtered out through here simultaneously, as well as my main channel, Anonymous T. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So today we are talking Love and Marriage DC. Today we are talking because Jamie Tyler of Love and Marriage DC has posted that he is officially monetized on YouTube. So what has been happening is him and his wife have a YouTube channel called A Day in the Life of the Tylers. And basically this channel is designed for them to basically put out content that disputes any type of narratives that their cast members put out, whether it is on the show, whether it is on an interview with Carlos King or any of these other podcasters. And so they basically have receipts. They come to set the record straight and all the things. And so their thing is, their rationale is like, listen, if all these people are going to talk about me, if all these people are going to keep my name and my wife's name in their mouths, why don't I create my own platform? That way I can control the narrative regardless of what they're showing on the edited version of the show and regardless of what these people are saying in the podcast. So his post says, I told y'all we playing chess, not checkers. Y'all keep talking about us and I'm gonna make a video for every lie they say and get paid. Hashtag Love and Marriage DC, hashtag the Tylers, hashtag FU pay me. Make sure you subscribe to A Day in the Life of the Tylers on YouTube, and a link, of course, to that platform. So congrats on being monetized. Now comes the work. Now comes the hard work, but I am sure you guys will be fine. I mean, and this is what reality stars need to do. I think the problem is, what happens is you don't want to get caught up in a social media back and forth with people, because ultimately everybody has certain people that they gravitate to. You start to learn, and when you've been in this long enough, certain reality stars that gravitate to certain YouTubers and bloggers that, are either going to tell them the factual information about the show that they're on, or are, just a little bit more positive and favorable to them, or that sort of a thing. But what ends up happening is the conflict of interest comes into play if certain people are not asking the appropriate questions on these interviews with these reality stars, or they want to feed into mess and false narratives that aren't verified, but they let certain people, say whatever they want for clicks and views to go viral, but it may not necessarily be factual at all. Or it may be something just salacious to put out there because everybody's going to clip it and make it a soundbite and spread it everywhere. So good for Jamie, taking the reins and saying, listen, me and my wife, we're going to have this channel. Anytime people put out lies about us, anytime people go on any blogger's platform and says X, Y, and Z that's not true, we're going to come here. We'll have the receipts and we'll speak on it. Shout out to Candy Burris. So this started, technically, Mariah started doing this on Facebook with Married to Medicine. She was the first reality star that I saw, really create their own platform separate from the show, even though her castmates didn't like it. And then eventually she went to YouTube because there was a lot that was missing in the actual show that we didn't have context on what was taking place. But we also didn't know that they were trying to get rid of her as well. And then also, I think the biggest YouTube reality star that's been able to really, control the narrative and put out, behind the scenes stuff is also Candy Burris with Speak On. And I believe she has like 1 or 2 spin-off channels on top of that. And it was designed initially for her to speak on basically what happened in the episode, what didn't we see in the episode, if there was any type of, fugazi stuff going on with production. And then she would also bring on fellow housewives to interview to give their perspective on the show. Everyone but Portia. but nonetheless, that was what she utilized it for. And it ended up paying off because it got to a point where sometimes people were tuning in to speak on it more than they were the actual show because they were so disappointed with, the direction of the show, the storylines, or just the lack of information and things that they were showing on there. So it ended up being lucrative for Candy. So I hope it is lucrative as well, for the Tyers. So there is that. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.